Hey, what's up everybody? It's Guru again, back with another Destiny video. Today on Reset, Destiny dropped a secret exotic mission known as Avalon. So if you don't know how to activate it, here's how you do it. First thing you want to do is load up EDZ and head straight for the Gulch. Since the reset, they've actually included 6 access codes that are scattered throughout the Gulch, and you want to collect these and it will actually unlock further progress for what you need to do. Now these are timed by 30 seconds, so you want to make sure that you get all of them in time. Every time you collect one, it does refresh the 30 seconds, so that's always nice. So the moment you load into the Gulch, this is not in really any particular order, you can collect these however you want. The first access code though is right over to your left the moment you spawn in. Tuck around this tree right here, and between 2 antennas, your first access code is floating above. Now from here, the second access code is directly behind you, so do a 180, look over the edge, and right under the broken bridge is your second access code. Now the third one's kind of tricky, so just kind of follow along with the video here, but you're going to want to turn around and head towards more of the center area of the Gulch. And right here, you're going to want to do a U-turn to the right on the ramp, and you're going to do one more U-turn over here to the left, and right behind these fallen trees, you're going to find your third access code. Now the last 3 are pretty simple, so let's head over to the fourth one. The fourth access code is directly in the center of the Gulch, so it's very hard to miss. Let's grab this, and then from here you can actually see the fifth one off in the distance, so you're going to want to head towards here and just hop up. And then the last 6th one, you look a little bit to your right, and right between the broken signs, it's floating right above. As you collect the access codes, you can see that the question marks in the bottom left corner begin to disappear because you're actually filling in the numbers. Now that you've collected all of them, it's a simulated cave access code. So here's a quick reference from the center of the area. You're going to want to go back up left towards the spawn point, and right actually here, you're going to want to hop off your Sparrow, and tucked in this little corner you're going to find a blue light. This is Cabal machinery, and right next to the light is a cavern. Now that we've collected all the access codes, we're going to get some dialogue from Mithrax, so that kind of hints to us that we've done something right. So right in the back corner up top, you'll see there's some red marks. If you jump up towards it, the wall actually disappears, and this is the beginning of the Vex simulation. So let's go ahead and drop down here, and we're going to find a blue harpy. Lore-wise, this thing has a lot of interesting background to it, but, you know, I'm not going to spoil it. If you know, you know. So let's go ahead and interact with it and then start the actual exotic quest. The quest actually starts us in a Vex network, so this is a little different, but do prepare yourself. It is a little bit longer. Myself and multiple friends have kind of identified it almost like a dungeon, so there is a little bit of meat to it. Go ahead and invite some buddies if you feel like that's needed. It's not overly complicated by yourself, but it doesn't hurt to have a few fellow guardians helping you out for this. Keep progressing through the Vex network. There's a few pockets and hidden doors away that you may get stuck on, so make sure you're looking through each corner. And then once you reach this silo-looking cylinder column, you're going to want to drop down, and this will actually start the overall exotic quest. Now that we've entered Variant Security Protocol, you're going to want to focus your attention on the purple beam you can see in the background. This thing is going to spawn some nodes around it, and the catch here is this is a puzzle. So multiple nodes will appear, and you want to shoot them in the correct order. That being top down to bottom. So here's where the first glyphs appear. You can see we got a square, we got a diamond, and we got a square again. And I'm going to shoot these in that order. And don't worry if you miss it, these respawn in every few seconds. So if you don't get a chance to shoot the right one, it will come back in and you don't lose progress. Once the first pattern's complete, here's where the second set of glyphs spawn. You can find them right behind this wall here. And then once you're done that, here's where the third set of glyphs spawn in, right behind the gate. Moving to the second room, here's where you can find the first set. And then here's where you can find the second set of glyphs. They're kind of tucked away, but they will peek out. And then lastly, here's where you can find the third and last set of glyphs. Run through a few more jumping puzzles, and now you're ready for the first boss. This is pretty simple actually, it's not that hard at all. Just clear the room of the harpies, and then what's going to happen is as you progress, goblins are going to spawn in. They kind of look like fanatics, so they don't have heads on. But these are going to drop motes. They're very similar to gambit motes, they're just purple. And you're going to want to deposit them in the center of the room to unlock the floor. Why? Well, the boss has a white mechanic, and the floor, this little pit here, is actually your safe haven. You're going to be doing this 4 times. So the first time you're going to collect 8 motes, then you're going to drop down. Second time you're going to collect 10 motes, drop down, and then DPS the boss. Then on the third time you're going to collect 10, and the fourth and last is going to be collecting 12. Once you've gone ahead and destroyed the boss, you can keep moving past the few jumping puzzles, and we're already on the final boss.
I'm relieved you survived.
Similar to Brachion from the Pyramidion Strike, this final boss has similar attack patterns. Through the fight, you're going to be on 3 different levels, all pertain to each of his health bars. The first one's pretty straightforward, you're just going to keep shooting and blasting him and damage him over time. The second one, there's a little bit more of a catch. They've implemented the nodes again, so we're going to want to find the Vex glyphs and then shoot them in the correct order. One thing to keep in mind in terms of ads, you're going to get 2 chickens that spawn in, and you're going to get a Hydra. Once you kill the Hydra, 2 Cyclopses will spawn in the back, so you want to make sure you're prioritizing all these enemies properly. In terms of finding the glyphs, you're going to find them first in the front right, and then the front left of the arena, tucked away in the ground in a triangle. The last floor is another blast fest, so go ahead and destroy it and collect your loot. And that's really all there is to the quest. Hope you guys got the sword. Hopefully you liked the quest. If you didn't, let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see what other people think. But I hope that was helpful, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.